Weekend is getting close, but are any transfers any closer to completion? Well, unless it's the blue side of Glasgow, then no. That is the factual information I'm dishing out here. It feels like every single time I'm doing a transfer recap here, the Spfl Roundup Show, it's the greatest show of the week. You know it, I know it, everybody knows it. I say week, daily. It's daily. It's not weekly, it's daily. And I tell you what, it's the Rangers show. It's always the Rangers show. The greatest show in town.
It's like Clyde
everybody
Super
can't
Score-
get enough.
It's like Clyde Super Scoreboard where the Celtic fans phone that.
That is it, my friend. But let's speak about
Who's
something...
that knob-end, by the way, before we... Laurie, is it?
Laurie?
Aye. Some old guy that always phones up Super Scoreboard, man. He's a Celtic fan, but every time
I gave up watching Super Scoreboard.
Every time he phones up, he wants to talk about Rangers. It's like embarrassing.
Tell me when what do you call him? Gordon Duncan's back on, because that fud that takes his place couldn't tie his shoelaces.
Andrew or something.
Aye, big Andy. Honest, no. You know what? Right. See if you want to phone up and talk about your own club, and if it's like on a topic that requires talking about the other club, I can accept that. But see someone that just phones up and talks about their rival all the time, that's obsession. I don't give two shits what you say it is.
Believe Laurie says that it's going to be a bigger gap than the gap last year. I'd be surprised if that's the case.
17 points? It won't be. Right, Matt Ritchie, forgotten man. He's leaving Portsmouth. So, should anyone take a punt on him?
Nah, Matt Ritchie must be old by now. He must be about 35, 36.
35, 36. Let's have a wee look here. He is 35. Fuck, that is pretty old. His manager's Mousinho. It's not quite Mourinho. It's definitely not.
Got the initials though?
Aye, definitely. 16 Scotland caps. Thought we would have had more than that. Speaking of someone that's old, right, what age do you think Josh Windass is, who's linked with a move to Rangers, by the way?
Oh, I'd say he's 29.
31.
No.
Same age as John Lundstrom. I couldn't believe that. That doesn't sound real.
Well, it is real.
Would that be a good move for Rangers to bring Josh Windass back?
No.
Or is that regression?
I'd say it's regression.
Is he better than Lundstrom bringing back? Because that's been linked as well.
I don't know. I just think the Rangers should be looking for new ideas, fresh players. It seems like you're going backwards.
Fair enough. We're looking at fresh ideas because we've already talked about Josh Windass enough here, so we'll move on. Anyway, right, Isaac Janssen. Celtic apparently out the running. Don't want to pay the 9 million for him. They've already spent 9 million on a few duds before, so why not add one more?
Well, Isaac Janssen seems to be a better player, like, doesn't he? He seems to be more hyper in him.
He does, but his stats aren't that good, and it looks like Nice are going to sign him, so I don't really...
That's what I mean. There seems to be more interest around Isaac Janssen as well. I'm assuming that dig he took there was it Adam Adair. I don't...
your best pal.
Aye, well, there wasn't...
I was setting you up.
There was no interest around him.
Aye, but you know what? He done it for Celtic. Say what you want about his shite, and he is. Yeah, that's not fucking up for debate. He is. Did he or did he not do it for Celtic before they signed him?
Well, hold on, right? Let's say some minimum wage guys flipping burgers at McDonald's, right?
Right.
And he knows how to put the beef patty into the Big Mac bun, right?
Right.
McDonald's could be like, well, he's done the business for us before, so let's pay him 9 million. You wouldn't fucking do that. You'd be like, he's done it.
But... No, but it's a wee bit different for football, isn't it? Though,
well, is it? I wouldn't trust Adam Adair to put my Big Mac sauce on. Probably fucking miss the target and fire it into the fucking, I don't know, the lettuce or something.
Maybe Jack Butler needs to direct his tub. Anyway, moving on from that, Celtic have been offered renewed hopes of signing Mikel, not Angelo, Ange Balikshwishka, whether he pronounce it, Royal Antwerp player. He's missed a training session. I don't really know too much about this guy, to be honest. Just a winger that Celtic are interested in.
Where's the good news? This is dreadful.
Johnny Kenny is keen to sign a new Celtic deal, but apparently he's not been offered one. That's fucking brilliant, isn't it? He's keen to sign it, but I tell you what, man, I do not think Johnny Kenny would be treated very harshly if he's not getting offered a new deal. I mean, this guy's actually got pretty good numbers for Shamrock Rovers last season in the Conference League. I know it's the Conference League, but I think Johnny Kenny deserves one last
opportunity, trial, run,
chance at Celtic. Chance. I say one last. I mean, he's not really been given one.
No, he's
in
not.
A couple of games at the end of last season, he scored against Aberdeen, all right. Yeah, not in the game that mattered, right? They won 5-1, not the cup final, but he still did a job in the games he's seen. But looks like, I mean, if Celtic obviously liked the Japanese striker. Are they going to bring him in? Is that enough players up front? Honestly, man, they're probably just going to stick to Dyson Maeda up front and not bring in. I thought they were going to sign Garden, but obviously that can't happen. He's away to Norwich. Official, by the way, so there's no two ways about it.
Only 6.9 million. Why couldn't Celtic afford that?
Was it only 6.9? So the rumours have been about 10, 14.
Yeah, because that's what we're led to believe. That's the reason Celtic didn't get the deal across the line. But I mean, Norwich only paid about half of that.
I tell you what, right? He's went to a team that, I mean, they are a bit of a yo-yo team in between the Premier League and the Championship, but Celtic could easily afford that, right? And they've got the Champions League football. Well, I mean, they'll be hoping to get into it, and he's a guy that you would believe that could help them take that step in the playoff. There's no excuse there. I can, I think for the first time in a few years that I can see the Celtic fans rightfully being angry with the board.
Well, hold on, they were pretty angry a couple months ago when they lost the Scottish Cup.
Well, listen here, fudface, right? I said rightfully being angry. I know they've been fucking angry, all right? I'm saying rightfully. I do believe it's justified.
Well, that's fair enough. I'll forgive you for that one. I never heard the...
What do you mean, forgive me? No.
All right, hold my hands
Forgive
up.
yourself, you mongoloid. I mean, you're the ones calling me it for no reason.
Well, they're angry every season, aren't they? But you think they're justified this time?
Yeah, because 6.9 million for a position that needs rectified.
It needs looked at, needs amended.
Well, it does. You can't dispute that. I mean, we were led to believe that this guy was going to cost double digits, and due to what happened last year with the likes of Engels and Big Adam, they weren't going to spend that big. But 6.9 million to me makes a lot of sense for a guy that was. Is he one of the top prospects in Europe? I mean, he's not quite that category, but he's probably just beneath that. Made a lot of sense. Linked to him. We're going to sign him back in January. Didn't seem to happen. I think they're going to hold it to this window. It's not happened. He's went to Norwich. It's a missed opportunity. And I think people are right to be pissed off. And what about Celtic's business, right? You always come on here and act the big man, but do you not think Celtic's transfer business this window's been a bit...
Hold on,
fish?
What has me coming on and acting the big man got to do with...
It's a joke, wee man. No, but do you know how Celtic's business has been a bit shite? A couple of weeks ago, you were like, Celtic are done good.
I truly believe you're on the ropes here.
On the ropes?
Aye.
What do you mean I'm on the ropes?
I think
do you know how a couple of weeks ago the 49ers were on the ropes and Celtic looked like they were doing alright? But in a couple of weeks, they've done nothing.
They're bouncing a bit like Tyson Fury. They're struggling to stand up here.
Are they going to get a trilogy, though?
Well, yeah.
But I will say this. Celtic don't need to sign people as much as Rangers do, but we always hear about the war chest. Does it even exist?
Well, we've never really seen any proof yet, have we?
No, because, I mean, everybody that's been signed for big monies, you could just say, well, it's a result of, like, Matt O'Reilly being sold and...
Yeah, like we can praise Celtic for the money they spent last year, but all they really did was spend the amount of money that they made on.
Yeah, and it's like, right, Kuhn's going to go for what? 16.4 million? Well, there's Garden, and you're left with about 9.5. Somewhere in that ballpark, so don't really understand it.
I think that Celtic do need to sign a player, or else the fans will be upset.
What
like
position,
you
though?
Multiple, but definitely up front.
I think they need to sign a marquee winger / striker.
Jota's out injured. They want to play Maeda. They want to play Maeda on the left.
Yeah.
I mean, Kuhn's gone, so yeah, they brought in Negrin, but is Forrest or Yang going to be a starting player?
Probably.
Now here, like they could. I don't know, but for me, I think they'll start the season with Maeda back out on the left.
It doesn't, things aren't going to get completely explosive here at the start of July, right? But see, come those Champions League, say Celtic go out in the playoff, which is a possibility, right? Because the playoffs for no mugs. Say they've no signed that key guy, the striker, the winger that they need. Do you not think there's going to be pitchforks at Dermot Desmond's front door? To a degree.
Oh, absolutely.
Because problems haven't been addressed. I mean, all we heard about a couple of weeks ago, Chris Sutton, Celtic are going to blow Rangers away in the transfer market. But they haven't. And I'm not saying Rangers have blown Celtic away, but we keep hearing year after year after year, Celtic are going to do this, they're going to finally take that step, they're going to spend this amount of money, that amount of money, they're going to do this. Where is it then?
Yeah, they've not done much so far, have they?
And it's not a case of waiting to the end of August. You can't wait until you see if you qualify for the Champions League, because then it gives you a couple of days to do it, so it's not going to happen that way. But Girona apparently want to sell Bojan Miovski. He's been linked with Celtic, Freiburg and Hamburg, but only if they bring another striker in this summer. We believe that Celtic should have signed Miovski last summer instead of Big Adam. Would he have produced better numbers than Big Adam? I do believe so. And he knows the league, and he did produce better numbers than him, so it makes sense for me if they went for him.
But they haven't went for him.
No, but it looks like they're going to.
I also heard he's been linked to Rangers.
I don't think he'll go to Rangers. I don't think that's happening. The Rangers' market seems to be England, and no much further than that. Yeah, maybe Matt Ritchie will be coming up then.
If you kind of get to Ibrox via train, you're not getting signed, essentially. That's it.
Have you heard of the Eurostar?
Right then, bus. Oh, you got a bus as well? Right then, a fucking UK bus.
Yeah, but mainland fucking Britain, coming. Essentially, that's pretty much it. Yo, it all depends. We can all rip the piss at these signings. We have to. Let's look at May 2026. What about the Rangers linked with signing a Brighton goalkeeper on loan? Why's your wee crew no on top of that? The Brighton connection?
Aye.
Why he's not getting Matt O'Reilly on loan either?
Bright days ahead of Hearts, but even people phoning up Scoreboard and doubting Rangers actually paying the amount of money for the what was it, Peterborough defence? Is it 3.7 million or something?
Yeah.
And say, oh, do you honestly think Rangers paid that? There's no way they didn't pay 3. It's like, what's it to you? I mean, seriously, why are you so hell bent on that? Why is that the hill that you're going to die on?
Because it's obsession.
Whether or not Rangers actually paid that money. It's like they don't have it. Well, I mean, they quite clearly do have it now. And it's like and if they do have it, then if you think this guy's so bad, then shouldn't you be happy to have went and spunked 3.7 million on a guy that you don't
No,
like?
but it's an obsession.
I just don't get it.
No, it's an absolute obsession that some people have, right? You're right. See, whether or not Rangers spent it, it's irrelevant. Because, if they did spend it and you think he's shite, well, then that's good, because then you'll believe that he's no worth it, and B, then, they didn't spend that and they're lying. There's a reason why undisclosed fees are getting fired out, like, in every single transfer signing. Asgard, right, is rumoured to be, 3.5 million. Gazma, who's been pictured in training gear at St George's Park, that will be a done deal, 2.5 million. Like you pointed out, Fernandez, 3.6, 3.7. That's Rangers spent about 10 million on 3 guys. Then you factor in everybody else. See with the previous Rangers board, yeah, there might have been that feeling of, the good old Harry Redknapp, the wheeling and dealing, so to speak, right? But the 49ers...
Oh, fuck off.
You're
wheeling and dealing, Harry.
I'll piss off.
But nah, look, football can change very quickly. 2 weeks ago, I think we would all have agreed that Celtic were probably, just by default, beating Rangers in the transfer market. Now, I think Rangers are definitely ahead. The only saving grace for Celtic is they brought back Kieran Tierney. If that deal hadn't been made in January, that agreement, honestly, you'd be looking at this transfer window and you'd be close to ranking it a disaster for Celtic.
No, I would agree. I mean, last year you sell O'Reilly for 25, right? But you bring in Engels for 11, hot prospect for the Bundesliga, capped Belgian international, right? See, when they sell Kuhn, I feel like they're going to have to sign somebody that's just similar to match that. Are they going to do it? Are they going to put their money where their mouth is?
I think Nigan's the replacement for Kuhn.
But he doesn't feel like the Engels signing though, does he?
No, he doesn't.
I know it's nothing to do with. You can't.
But at the same time, Kuhn only cost 3 million. So
yeah, but Matt O'Reilly only cost 900,000, and he's been replaced by a guy that cost 11. I
think Matt O'Reilly cost 1.5 million. But I mean, I'm not gonna die on that hill.
Right, apples and oranges, my friend. Point is,
well, yeah, that's 600k.
Matt O'Reilly was replaced by an 11 million pound man, right? Looks like Kuhn's getting replaced by a guy that cost a couple of quid.
True, but I mean, Benjamin Nygren in 2 seasons could be worth £20 million. We'll have to wait and see.
It could be.
As of right now, if I was a Celtic fan, I would be underwhelmed with the transfer. But look, there's a few weeks to go. Very well, by the end of this month, we could be sitting here going, "Oh, Celtic have improved massively and Rangers are in trouble." But right now, I'd be more optimistic about Rangers because they've just made more signings. Celtic haven't really done much. They've brought in Inamura, who is supposedly not even going to really play a part this season.
Did you watch the Cork City game? How did Celtic look? They
scraped a 2-1 win. I mean, how impressive can it be? Well,
that is true. But finally, massive news here. Scott Allen, formerly of Celtic and Hibernian, has joined SPFL newcomers East Kilbride's coaching staff. Thoughts?
Thought he retired a bit young, but I guess his legs just didn't really work anymore. Plus, I believe he's got a heart condition too, so that probably factors into it. East Kilbride, club that could be going places. He said he was at East Kilbride games last season, and he liked to look at the club, so we'll see.
He's on the coaching staff,
Could East Kilbride be one of these teams that we see make a march up the pyramid? Definitely. I do think they'll be strong contenders for the League Two title. Like I don't think we're going to see what we've seen with, let's say, a Gretna, where they automatically, they had like back promotions. I don't think we're going to see that. But I definitely think they could win League Two. I don't think that's definitely achievable.
No, they could win League Two, but that's where we're going to leave it, folks.
Actually, we're not. Some non-old firm news.
Some breaking news here.
Motherwell have signed Elijah Just.
Just Elijah?
A New Zealand international who has got 8 goals in 35 appearances.
I'm sorry to bust your bubble here, mate, but this is a day out of day. I talked about him yesterday.
I was supposed to Scott Allen shit.
Says who? I didn't talk about it yesterday, though. Neither did you. So I think you're just talking pish. How about that? Fucking wrap Elijah up my wee fucking ball and flick him to the back of the bloody line. Because, I mean, honestly, man, I talked about him yesterday. Capped international.
Well, it's been a slow news day. What do you want me to say?
Have you got anyone else?
No.
That was it. That was your curveball. That was your bloody bit of wisdom.
That was my big breaking news of the day.
Anyway, folks, that's it for your daily morning dose of fog football. Later on, it's Premier Sports Cup preview show, and then I believe it's Partick Thistle. They kick off against. Who do they kick off against? I'll tell you the team right here, right now. Edinburgh City at Meadowbank Stadium.
Oh, can't wait.
I don't know if it's on telly, it might not be, but I'm looking forward to it. Looking forward to the weekend beginning, and of course, it gets wrapped up with Hearts taking on Dunfermline at 5:15. Will you be watching on Saturday?
Absolutely, I'll be there Saturday. I'll be up early. Oh wait, what time?
5:15 on Saturday.
Oh God, I'll be watching it double screen.
Premier Sports. What do you mean double screen? What's that? What else is happening?
I've got other.
No, you don't.
I've got other priorities, but I'll be watching.
Aye, you'll be watching.